What's up everyone, it's Bones here. In today's video, I'll be featuring the new P.U.N.K FTK available post-Photon Hypernova that quote-unquote plays no bricks. As you see in our opening hand, we have a bunch of going second cards with a Bestial here, the Book of Eclipse, the Triple Tactic, and the Evenly Matched, along with the Xiamen. And this is basically all we'll really need for the FTK. But before I begin, if you happen to enjoy content like this, clicking on those thumbs up and subscribe buttons would be greatly appreciated, as it goes a long way in supporting the channel and shows me that you like content like this. Clicking on those notification bells would also mean a lot, as it notifies you when I upload on the channel. So this is really a 2.5 card combo, as you need a send for the Foxy Tune, as you're going to see that we're going to normal summon the Xiamen in order to get it. You of course also need access to the Xiamen, but then you also need an extra monster to be able to bring out for this FTK, as you'll see when I get to that point. But we're going to bring out the Deer Note with the Foxy Tune. From here we can go into our Diabolantis, the new TCG exclusive, and this will allow us to send a plant or insect monster to the graveyard, as we're going to use the Deer Note Chainlink to bring back our Foxy Tune. And from here we're going to send the Predaplant Biblis in order to net ourselves a search here, as we're going to get ourselves the Hydra this time around. And now we're going to use the effect of Diabolantis, turning it into a tuner. From here we can now go into our Bishbalkin, which is where the fun begins. If you've been around the last few formats and you've seen this card start to come around in random FTKs, then here's another one. But you'll see that we're going to special summon out a bunch of tokens on both sides of the field, and keep in mind that you want to have specific zoning. So if you summon the Bishbalkin here, then you want a token here. If you bring out Bishbalkin here, then you want the token here. And you have to bring it out to those specific zones to get this FTK going, as you need to be able to switch with your Geonator, which you'll see momentarily. But we're going to go into the Linkuriboh with the first token, go into the Linkuriboh with our second token. From here we're going to go into Secure Gardna. Now we can use the Linkuriboh in our graveyard, tributing off a token to bring back the Linkuriboh. And now we're going to go into the Clock Spartoy in order to net ourselves a search here of the Cynet Fusion. And this is where the shenanigans kind of really take off, as we're able to fuse a way into Duplexer Chimera by using the Secure Gardna and the Linkuriboh. And then from here we're going to go into the Geonator, and now we can give our opponent the Bishbalkin while taking their token after using the Chimera's effect, which you really don't need to. And quite frankly, you can get whatever you want back, but for the replay we're going to do it. And from here we're going to give our opponent the Bishbalkin, get ourselves the token, then we're going to go into the Bujinki Ahashima with both the tokens, and this will be how we bring out the Hydra from our hand, and we'll also be able to bring back the Chimera from our graveyard for a rank 5. So now that we have the number 33 on board, you'll see that the Bishbalkin is at 7,000 attack at this point. So this is where the extra monster comes in, as we're going to use the Bestial in order to special summon it out and have the Bishbalkin gain more attack. From here we can use the number 33's effect, which will burn our opponent for 8,000. So I know that this is not much of a long video, and this is kind of why. The deck list is basically just get the P.U.N.K stuff going, along with the two targets here that you need for your FTK. With the Diabolantis send and the search off of Biblis, the Mikonko engine is also kind of cute because it provides deck thinning, along with the ability to be an extra body for the FTK, along with a potential disruption, allowing you to keep the theme of just P.U.N.K cards with stuff that actually does something. And I want to point out that while formats change and Bestials may not be the strongest thing, they're still good in this deck for the reason as you saw, and for what you see in this extra deck, as it's so heavily catered towards the FTK. And this is why it's sort of called a no-brick FTK, as if you open the Biblis with the Italy, for example, you could normal summon it out, you can send it with Foxy Tune in order to get it to the graveyard. There's just different stuff that you can do, and if you happen to open in this, you just summon it through your combo. The only problem really is when you happen to see all your responsive cards and you can't actually kind of play. And that, along with the extra deck commitment, would be the biggest weakness to this FTK and what would hold it back in my opinion. But it's important to note that with cards like Triple Tactic Thrust, the Triple Tactic Talents, the Book of Eclipse, and the Evenly in this specific format, as well as possibly Nibiru, it's going to be a pretty rough deck to play against, and this actually reminds me of a better version of the Hand Trap Telefon FTK that came out about a year ago or something in the OCG. But outside of that, that's all I really have to say about the deck. I didn't really go too much more into combos because it really does feel like it's FTK or bust. You can play a rank 8 for the Abolantis instead of the rank 6, which this could also be Beatrice. There's a bunch of little things that you could potentially change if you would like to. But again, the point of this video was just to show the FTK. But anyways, I'll get onto the card by card now, and we'll see that we have 3 Ogre Downs, we have 2 Xiamen, the 1 Deer Note, the 3 Foxy Tune, the 1 Hydra, the 1 Biblisp, the 1 Baldrake, the 2 Druis Worm, the 3 Magna Huts, the 3 Nibirus, the 3 Itelis, the 3 Talents, the 3 Thrust, the 2 Mikanko Ohime, the 1 Signet Fusion, the 1 Rondo, the 1 Great Mikanko of Legend, the 3 Evenly, and the 3 Book of Eclipse to round out the main deck. Onto the extra deck, we have Access Code, Unicorn, Geonator, Bujinki, Dark, Asa, Bartoy, Secure Gardener, the 2 copies of Link Karibo, Drudge, number 33, Chimera, Diabolantis, and Bish Balkan to round out the deck profile. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I'd like to thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. It's Bones, signing out.